It's Week 17 of the National Football League. Coming up, we'll see Allen Robinson. He's danced around coverages all year to the tune of 1,400 receiving yards so far. It's the Commanders and the Browns, next on Madden NFL 23.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power rankings, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all of sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas, Patrick Mahomes.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Delay of game.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Mahomes now to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tannehill on first down. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. To throw again on second down. Tannehill. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Tannehill. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver who has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Tannehill on 3rd down. And he's got it. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
McCaffrey is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 3 catches, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, all right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll run with Patterson, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Play action. It's Tannehill. Airing one out for Crowder. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 60. And the Commanders have moved out in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the zone.
McPherson now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Delay of game,
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Mahomes now to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Mahomes to throw once more. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A gain of 12. First down, Brown.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. And the hitch route has run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Tannehill. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Short yardage situation, you have to. They thought that they were just going to run it inside, but you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space, and that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
And again, it's Mahomes. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On play action, it's Mahomes. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know them.
Now a loose football, the ball comes out. And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it. And now meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill getting this into the hands of Turner. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Man open is Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Tannehill. This pass into the hands of Turner. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Allen Robinson. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On first down, Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Just coverage right there. Put the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Hopkins.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that's complete to Cooks. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jake Camarda now. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Not a big window to throw. Too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. Turner is there for another one. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Tannehill's throw into the hands of Turner. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Tannehill. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Third down, here's Patterson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On first down, going back to Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Patterson again. And he'll go down at the 28. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Patterson running between the tackles. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Patterson is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Able to slither by. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's complete to Turner.
Complete to Turner. A gain of 2. Brings us 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still 2nd down.
Here's Tannehill. He's got Granson, his tight end. And for rounds at set here on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Play action, it's Tannehill. He finds Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
To the air again, Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially close to the end of the regular season. Side. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Robinson's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Tannehill throwing again. And that is incomplete. On for the field goal now, McPherson. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This taken in at the goal line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. The ball changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And Cooks has it over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. He spots his tight end Keen over the middle. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Cleveland.
Now here's Mahomes. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Handoff running left, Patterson. He'll take it inside the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as Allen falls to the ground. The offense on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Browns have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I had.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Blake Jarwin from 10 yards out. And the Browns have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That
Thank
means
you.
2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Tannehill on third down. Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Back to throw, Tannehill. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Out route here. He finds Turner. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey, but that won't help at all as he's down at the 4-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That's caught by Turner, and all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Browns. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's a give to Patterson. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again with Patterson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the 2nd half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Browns, they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.